Madden. Did College Football 25 developers revive your creativity? If so, good. What up, YouTube? You know who it is, man, and we back with more football information, Madden to be exact. But before we get into all that, I need you to go ahead and smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. It's only a thumb movement, and I would deeply appreciate it. Again, I will be giving away a copy of the College Football 25 to one of my lucky subscribers in July. It could be you. Do you think I should give away Madden 25 in August? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Depending on how many people say it and what they say, I may just do it. Please make your profile public so that I can be able to see all my subscribers so I can give everyone a fair chance at winning. But now, let's get into the info. So let's talk about this boom tech thing that they talking about, right? Because Madden did drop that on us. Hey, we got this new thing called boom tech. And when most people described it or said something about it, I guess they thought it had something to do with just the hit stick. But in all actuality, it's a bunch of categories into this new technology that they're rolling out. It's not just one thing. So I'm gonna go over a few of these things, not all of them, just a few of them so we can get a cool little understanding about what this is. So first, let's talk about the physics-based tackling, which again is a part of the boom tech. I believe it's just a fancy way of saying we have redone all the tackling system. This change has been needed for a while. And man, I am so glad they finally rolling it out. But in all actuality, I'd rather you just rolled it out instead of trying to make it a focal point. Because when you do that, that's just gonna make people draw their attention to it. And as soon as something doesn't work, people are gonna complain about it. But then in the same token, people complain about they want it to be more realistic. So it's like a lose-lose battle when it comes to the Madden community. But there has to be some type of change to the play style because this system's been the same for a while. And so for us to get a new physics-based tackling, depending on how you're moving, the angles you're taking, all of these things is perfect. And I really do like it. Like this is needed within the game. This change is good. But obviously, we have to see once the game drops because Madden doesn't have a good track record of delivering things for us, at least first at bat. And second part of this boom tech is the reload of the hit stick. Whew, this was needed. The hit stick has finally seen a much needed upgrade. When using the hit stick before, you would get somewhat of a warping animation to trigger the big hit or miss completely. But now, with EA making it a time-based, angle-driven for impact stick skill and accuracy on cut sticks, big hits, and trucking, the right analog stick may get overworked. That means you may need a new controller because we definitely gonna break that thing. But if done correctly, I think this can be a nice addition to the game. Now let's talk ball carrier control. This makes me nervous. I feel like this could be OP if users are able to prevent themselves from falling. Wasn't a fan of that in Madden 23 when they had the stumble recovery. Really irritated me beyond belief. And I'm pretty sure it irritated a lot of people in the Madden community who couldn't master it. It was always happening to them. Also, depending on the player, this will help you counter hit sticks, break tackles, and recover your balance. Man, listen, I pray to you that they did this the right way and that this is balanced. Because if this is not, you are going to be very frustrated. I'm going to be very frustrated dealing with that. So it's not a bad thing, but as long as it's properly balanced and it's not able to be abused, I feel like all of us can take advantage of it and it can be a nice addition to the game. But if not put in correctly, if not implemented right, man, jokers may want to just stick to college. So now that we covered a few things on the boom tech and how that all rolls out, and there's gonna be obviously a lot more, and I'll cover it probably in later videos as we get more information, but let's get into the part I'm extremely, and I do mean extremely excited about, online gaming for regs. Man, if you've been an online gamer for regs, you know like I know, it has been boring. Absolutely boring. You play the same 3 teams, which you're probably still gonna end up playing the same 3 teams. We just can't help that in that Madden community. But it's just been boring and repetitive. Just what it is. So, I've been asking for this for so long, wanting regs to get an online game to have a season style format like they did in MUT. Gives you something to play for. And most don't like it, or most of us don't like doing franchise mode. So I feel like we like playing other users. Nobody likes playing a computer, as of just being honest. It's not really fun. Computer knows all your plays, and you end up making dumb, boneheaded decisions, or you know how to manipulate the computer and they can't stop something. So it's just irritating. So we all like playing users, right? So to face a user each game, trying to win, trying to get your team to a Super Bowl is amazing. And to put it in regs, in a reg format like they did MUT, and just have a tier system to where when you win and go up, you move up, amazing. That gives you something to play for. You know what you're getting on the sticks. You know what you're trying to do. You're trying to win a Super Bowl with your team or said team you're using. It just gives a different flavor to online gaming. And that's what we've really been needing. Because if you're not a MUT player, then really online gaming was very repetitive. You could say, especially with last year, because it wasn't really no skill-based matchmaking until the end. So Joker's record was 2003. And they were all in, none of the games lasted more than 5 minutes as soon as you went up 2 touchdowns. So this was very much needed for the online gaming community, for all regs players. And I'm pretty sure they're all going to be happy about it. I'm excited about it. I would love to keep winning Super Bowls with my Lions and going up different tiers to play harder competition. Just makes sense. So I feel like they did something positive for all regs players, man. Like, this is good. Also, I like the fact that they have somewhat of an AI-driven system to where players who like to spam the same 5 plays over and over and over again, you jokers can play with yourselves on an island and do that to each other all day long. For everybody else who likes to go through their playbook and have somewhat of a real simulated football game feel, then they're going to split that community up online. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but they say they got some type of technology. Either way, man, I feel like that's going to be a blessing in disguise, because you're not going to get spammed so much with those guys who just use 5 plays. So that's just going to be something different for those who play, and they sort of tailor your play style to where you'll have a more enjoyable time online, man. So that's a W. So what are my thoughts? All right, cool. Here we go. So does Madden have a lot of nice additions? Of course they do. But where did they get their ideas from? College. They now have the switch stick, which they got from college. They already doing disguise coverages all of a sudden when they could have did this a few Maddens ago, but they rolled it out now because of what? College. I feel like Madden needs to finally let go of the old gen, man. Just finally let it go. Don't worry about the old gen. Focus on the current gen and push this technology to its limits. As far as your creativity can think, we need that as gamers. At this point, there's no reason for anyone to be on PS4 or Xbox One anyway, so stop catering to it. That's all that old coding is why we end up with these nano blitzes and all this other stuff. So just let that go. I feel like Madden has to step their game up because of college. And again, like I always say, competition is good. So if a developer, i.e. the college team developers, are doing a lot better than the Madden developers, well, then they're going to step their game up or they might lose their job. So friendly competition is always good. And guess who wins in that? The community, man. We win in that. This is exactly what we needed, and this is perfect for us football gamers, man. We finally are getting games that we deserve. Well, at least I hope. I'm going to say I hope, because we haven't got our hands on the games yet. But if you like this content, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and don't miss any information on College Football 25 or Madden 25 when it drops. And like I always say, if no one's told you they love you today, man, just know that Jesus loves you. Peace and love.